Hurry in here, Matt. Class of 2017, here we are, here you are. So as class chief advisor, I have the privilege of saying a few words of launching you into the frenzy we call graduation. Most of you have made it. Some of you are still hoping to make it. It's an exciting time, a busy time, a time of writing speeches, giving speeches, finishing assignments for teachers, taking AP tests, well, those are about over, going to friends' houses for graduation parties or for getting ready for your own, honoring yourselves for a job well done, honoring each other. It's an exciting time of your life. But before you go, just a few words from our past 4 years. Junior year, Justin Burkholder helped the class officers choose a verse for the class, and I think it was a good one. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Whether King Solomon wrote these two verses or somebody else did, he knew what he was writing about. We don't know the future, but we know that with God in front and our friends and family by our side, we can walk forward, remembering the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. So before what lies ahead, a few memories from our past. Freshman year. Well, I wasn't your chief advisor, so I don't remember you very well, but I talked with Ms. Brown, and she remembers you fondly. You had Mr. Walrick for biology, so you did some serious dissecting. Zach Kaufman was still a classmate. He hadn't moved to Minnesota yet. And beauty was the theme for Arts Day. Lizzie Haas started her serious contention for always coming in second in the visual arts category with a beautiful pencil drawing of her grandparents. Sophomore year. Jill Bolton was your fearless leader. And when I say fearless, I mean fearless. I will never forget when I saw her standing on the chair in the Commons giving directions for manhunt at our sophomore social following the guys' soccer game. I was so proud of you. For Jill standing up, but also for the 30 or so students that attended. We've always been the small class at DOC, but that didn't matter. We liked each other and we weren't afraid to get involved. Of course, we can't leave sophomore year without a shout out to Comedy Tonight, right? And our infamous boys quartet singing Just a Little Talk with Jesus for Arts Day. Treasures, treasures. Junior year. Well, of course it was banquet year. And what a banquet we had. The name and the idea, Emerging Spring, came from Sabrina, and with Megan's hundreds of lights. The tulle fabric hanging from the ceiling and that idea coming from the banquet committee, the panels painted by Emma, Lizzie, and company, and over 50 of you pitching in Thursday and Friday, we had a night to remember. Emerging Spring was beautiful, and I was delighted with your support of each other and of the school. Of course, I can't leave the junior year without a shout out to Arts Day. The theme Philadelphia had us going with a very authentic looking Liberty Bell constructed by Megan and Sabrina, Philadelphia brand cream cheese and all of our culinary delights, and our incredible stage performances, most taking the idea of coffee house to the next level. The infamous duet by Irina and Dylan, When Everybody Else Bailed, showed spirit, and lo and behold, when the tally was taken, the juniors had won. What? We weren't even there to cheer. Who knew? We were more talented than we thought. Senior year. It's been a year of incredible highs and lows. Your class officers, Megan, Dylan, Becca, and Amber were at their best. Planning a senior chapel, a class retreat at Spruce Lake, which worked really well for our class, and a senior dance that again, well, was maybe a little bit different, but distinctly class of 2017. Just a reflection or two about senior chapel. I was delighted with your ability to say yes when asked to participate. From the girls' iconic dance routine, to the heavenly reading by Kenny, Danica, and Haley, to the Grinch. When your class officers and I asked, you said yes. Never to be forgotten, Selena, with soda cans wrapped in her hair as Cindy Lou Who. Dan Gross as the lovable dog with a gigantic dog house and pigtails as ears. We love your mom for getting you that costume at Ross. And of course, the always memorable Connor Schnabel as Grinch. All classic, all wonderful, all well rehearsed, but my favorite part, perhaps, was seeing 28 of you seated on the front of the stage reading just a line or two. You came to rehearsals that week and nailed your lines in a classic senior way. Only one word for it: awesome. Arts Day was a success as well, with every category filled. We went from coffee house to maybe I'd call this year electric guitar, with all things crazy band in between. A shout out to Matt Schmidt, who kept playing the drums in piece after piece. Daphne Hunsinger, where is she? Where's Daphne? Yeah, who stood on the pew with a spotlight on her, playing the viola to create an effect. And how about that awesome jump by Jason Landis, Dylan Durstein, and Justin Burkholder? I am still laughing. Oh, and speaking of jumps, I have to digress to Ryan, Connor, and Deos jumping off the stage in living color and then getting locked out of the auditorium. That was also pretty amazing. Shout out to those three and Haley, Mindy, and Grace who kept that going. And finally, another proud moment for me was Irina's All Things That I've Done, when more than 25 of you climbed on the stage to sing, I Got Soul, But I'm Not a Soldier. Not because you could necessarily sing, but because you wanted to be there, to be together. I've mentioned a few names in Arts Day history, but since we made history with 2 wins, I need to name a few more. We couldn't have done it without our vocalists and instrumentalists on the stage over the years. Irina, Dylan, Courtney Herm, Dan G, Kevin H, Sarah T, Sarah B, Megan S, Amber C, and Elena B. Thanks to all of you for working so hard to make it happen. And for our incredible dancing star that came through with us every year with points, Grace Levengood. You were amazing every year. And our choreographer and teacher, Bryn Ramsey, wow, thank you. And for Liz Wanamaker in fabric arts, Lizzie Haas in visual arts, and Redemption her senior year for taking first in the new technology category. Mara Schisler and Ariana Freed in culinary arts, and Jules and Courtney S. in creative writing. Who have I forgotten? Oh, why, of course, Lizzie Fang. Your photography and all-around helpfulness, wherever needed, was appreciated. Your contributions, along with others, made for some amazing outcomes. Thank you. You've created memories for us all. But seniors, you haven't just been about winning. You've been about friendship, too. It was amazing how you stepped up for Lizzie H. this year, and I know you're going to continue to do that for her and for each other, because you're that kind of class. You're that kind of people. And so, in the coming weeks, you will continue to write your legacy at Doc. Keep in mind your verse, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. With God leading you, your friends and family surrounding, and a Doc education building you up, you will do well. Blessings to each of you as you complete the next 3 weeks strong and move on. The Doc community, I am proud of each and every one of you. God bless you. And this is our sophomore year, right? This is our senior year. So this is a picture that Mr. Weens actually took at Spruce Lake. So this is senior retreat. And on the back, Mrs. Burkholder put a label with our Bible verse on it. And if you want a copy of this, I made 80 of them so that you could all have them. If you don't want it, that's fine, I'll keep them for you. But they're over on the table, so as you exit here, not quite yet, but soon, you can have those. Thank you. You deserve a round of applause.